What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Chairman bringing you another episode of Conviction. I do apologize. We finally have gotten a better program to do this stuff. So, why don't we talk about our episode today? Third time, Turkey. I haven't thought of a clever name yet. We'll get back to that later, but we decided, me and Hops, to go to Anime NYC 2019. Now, for those of you who don't know about this convention, it's usually held in the second to third week of November down at the Jacob Javits Center. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it the same one that's connected to the New York Comic Con? No, this is actually created by Crunchyroll, believe it or not, about 3 years ago. Now, is the entering breaking? If you buy early in the year, no, because they can range between like $50 to $65 for a weekend pass. And that's pretty good. I won't lie to you. Now, when I got there at the con on Saturday, I spent about $90 for 2 days, which, that's still not too bad, honestly. I mean, look at New York Comic Con's 120 for 4 days. Ugh, we'll get to that a little bit later. Anywho, so yeah, the cool thing about it this year is they've actually expanded to almost unprecedented size since the beginning of the convention's life cycle. I remember it being a fourth of the left exhibit hall, and half of that space would have been just dealers and the Tokyo Attack arcade, which is always a fun time, to having not only the full exhibit floor, we have the area down at the South Concourse for panels this year. They even have other little rooms hidden across that walkway that are for all kinds of cool stuff, which this boggles my mind. In the span of 3 years, this convention has become something unprecedented. I mean, you've had Bandai Namco set up booths here with freaking Bluefin. You had the Fate Stay Go tour, which we'll get to in a little bit. I mean, there's so much to talk about this convention, but let's go into the next exhibit. Exhibit B is the con up to code. So as I mentioned before, the layout of the show. You know what? I guess the best way to describe it. Me and Hops have been going to conventions since about, I want to say, 2011. From New York Comic Con, Anime Boston, PAX East. Heck, we even made it to E3 one year. And compared to New York Comic Con this year and E3, there's a big difference in atmosphere for Anime NYC. For one thing, the volume of people. It's not astronomical size of 100,000. I think this year at most, I think it topped at 50. I mean, we went in Saturday, and I felt like there was like nobody there. Like you could walk around freely, not have a single issue. And you know what? As you guys have seen these photos, there are so many cool fans that came to the convention this year. I mean, you can literally just chill in line and just start a conversation with somebody, and they're usually pretty cool fans. And you know what? That makes the con so much better. I mean, New York got people running between booths to snag exclusives to resell online later. You got those really snooty people who think they're better than everybody with their elitist cosplays or media expertise. And honestly, I will I honestly enjoy the atmosphere. This is a con made for fans and made better by fans, in my opinion. And you know what? I gotta say, I will probably go next year again with Hops. Now let's talk about. I mentioned earlier the Fate Stay Go booth. That actually had a really cool setup over there. Let's see. Let's go through the notes. All right. So one of the popular things me and Hops kept doing was Fate Stay Night, Fate Stay Grand Order Duel, which is kind of like a chess game with figures and some cars, which are kind of modeled after the mobile game. I'll do we're probably gonna do a how-to video since me and Hops both bought a figure each. Well, cons are expensive. There's all kinds of cool stuff that everybody wants to buy. And it was nice. I mean, if you the game downloaded, you actually got a free magnet, and they actually had stage shows of people in giant chibi costumes of the characters. Oh my god, it was such a fun time. And you know what? The staff there was really nice. They understood that, look, a lot of us got hooked on the game from that, just playing that little bit. And they were giving out, if you dueled, you got to get one of 8 character cards. It was like, let's see, you got Caster, Archer, Berserk, Arth, Saber, Archer, I said Archer twice, Lancer. And it was kind of cool, and they understood that a lot of people kept coming back. Every time me and Hops came back, they knew we were there. Like, hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, doing good, man. How's the rest of the show going for you? We had a nice conversation with some of the staff, and all in all, it was a lot of fun. I mean, on Sunday, I actually got to play the Grand Fate VR game. Now, it was a 15-minute demo. It was very interesting. The demo started off with me in a single bedroom with a red floor, doors open onto a beautiful veranda with some nice trees. And, Saber comes in. It kind of was like a basic visual novel for the most part. I mean, after we found out our itinerary, we went to the garden, which they gave us 3 activities. The cool thing is, the activity icons were based off of the icons from the actions in the game. I happen to choose Brave, because I figure, hey, let's see what kind of satisfying action we get. We had lunch. It was kind of cute. I mean, graphically, in some parts, it was like a high-definition Dreamcast, PlayStation 3 era graphics for the character models. And this is something I always find funny. Like, you hand Saber up to the food. She kind of stares out a little bit, and then she goes, oh, with it 6 inches away, and saying, and it magically slowly disappears without her mouth going anywhere near it. And then a dragon attacked, which the cool thing was you can actually activate Arthur's Tears, or however you pronounce her name, Noble Phantasm, by kind of holding your hand to your chest and then putting it towards her, which if you haven't noticed earlier in the demo, you actually see the mark of the master, or whatever they called it. And then afterwards, it shows the two of you looking over the ocean, and it was pretty cool. I thought it was nice. I mean, it's not going to be a VR seller for me, but what can you do? Now, some of the other cool boosts they had there were Bandai Namco, which me and Hops got to play One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. Which, to me, it felt like an old school Ultimate Ninja kind of feel with the mechanics. Plus, it was cool that there was random heroes just coming in, or villains helping out whatever player, and just things going crazy on the screen. Actually, after that, we got to do they had a special at the event, a punching machine that tests your rank. Well, believe it or not, if you're wondering, guys, if we leveled as Class A heroes on our strength alone, since I pulled off a 723 and Hops got 823. And, it was cool. There's a lot of other cool stuff there. They had a booth for Bushido Road doing Case Close mobile game, Vanguard mobile game. There's a karaoke stage for people to sing out. I mean, it's just so weird. Like, not a lot of people will understand this unless you've really been to cons. But this has had such a nice atmosphere that, honestly, it is. If you've never been to a con before, never dealt with the hecticness and the weirdness and sometimes the rudeness of people, this is a good con to start with. I will wholeheartedly put Chairman's stamp of approval on that. And you know what? The best part about it is other, like I said earlier, cosplayers and other fans are going there. Made the convention so much better, so much more fun, and yeah, I would hope this continues next year, become bigger and better. Not crazy like New York Comic Con stuff where, oh, you gotta pre-register with an account. The only thing you had to really do extra work for was some of the autographs, which they had a lottery this year. You literally just had to answer some questions you can Google online, since there was no time limit. And another nice feature, which I forgot to mention, the up the code part was, yeah, you had this basic cafeteria area for Javits Center. You have a few food trucks outside, but they actually had some food stands integrated into the convention along with the artist alley area. Like you can literally go from vendors, buy a really nice one of those surgical mask things everybody wears, into artist alley. Check out some of the cool artwork these amazing artists make, and then walk over and there'll be a area selling smoothies. Or if you really got lucky, went over to the Go Go Curry booth, the Ichiran booth, and my personal favorite, Takumi Tacos. So you guys at Chelsea Market sometime. Um, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I keep saying honestly. I don't know why. It just, this is an amazing con. Even the promotional items you got at this convention, which we've gotten some pins, we've gotten some cards for the we said earlier. I've gotten some cute little knickknacks here and there. It's like actually stuff that fans would enjoy, and there was still a decent amount of that stuff even halfway through Sunday, which a lot of cons don't do that. I mean, yes, would I have liked to got the exclusives clear Zaku from Bluefin? Yeah, but they had so many cool stuff for sale, and I'm just gushing over this, and probably half of you already tuned me out, but honestly, I already said that earlier, getting gushy and all that. If you were to come to New York for a convention and had to choose between New York Comic Con and Anime NYC, or New York Comic Con's anime festival thing, and Anime NYC by Crunchyroll, stay crunchy, my friends, because they put in the effort to make this event so much better for fans. I mean, instead of herding everybody into the dungeon, the Javits Center, which you all know where the dungeon queue is if you've been to New York, they put you right in the autograph area and then just have it spread out, and then everybody just goes when they're ready. Sure, you got the runners, but it felt nice. I was able to take a nice brisk walk around, and yeah. So the final grade, I would give this con, Anime NYC 2019, a solid 9 out of 10. Only because you know what, the lottery system was kind of weird, and there's always room for improvement. And don't forget, guys, you've seen some of the pictures up on the video. Don't forget to take a look at our Instagram, because these guys are really fun to hang out with and chat with. And I hope you guys enjoyed this conviction, because this con is definitely worth the hustle.